Hi, it's Mark Jensen. Thank you for checking out my blog. This is a new intro video. I haven't done one in a while. I was invited this morning to go to the Utah Business Magazine Utah Commercial Real Estate Roundtable, which was an incredible event for me to go to because I got to hear the perspectives and thought processes of where we are in the market and what people are doing from the major developers and owners in the state of Utah. And I was also able to offer my perspective on what's going on in the multifamily and the investment world. I felt like I'd be remiss if I didn't hurry and quickly run through some of the notes on the market. But the reality is that last year was the biggest investment year that our market has ever seen. We crested over $1.8 billion in investment sales, which is the biggest we've ever done. But the elephant in the room for me is that multifamily investment sales were down 57%. We only did $313 million last year. This year alone, we have in our pipeline, or we are aware of, well over $350 million in investment multifamily sales. So I think this year we'll see almost $500 million to $1 billion in just multifamily sales. And if the market in office, industrial, and retail continue what they did last year, I think we're going to see well over $2 billion in sales this year. So this is going to be a massive investment volume year, barring some change in interest rates or something shifts in the market. Some of the most interesting and poignant facts that were discussed today. One was, where are the jobs coming from? We're seeing such a shift towards tech jobs, the millennials, and how that's changing office uses, how that's changing residential developments, where they're locating, the urbanization of the valley, things of that nature. Another major poignant discussion was on functional obsolescence. We're seeing a lot of industrial and older office and older multifamily that really doesn't meet the needs of the new millennial or the highest paying rent payers. But we're also seeing opportunities in those sectors for repositioning or redevelopment. Disruption was a very big part of the discussion today. There's been a lot of disruption in the commercial real estate world. One of the most interesting things that Steve Price of Price Realty Group actually brought up was that Amazon is entering the food distribution market. Pretty soon they have their Amazon Fresh Express is what they're calling it, where you can actually order your food in the morning, it'll be to your home in the afternoon. And things of that nature are changing how people purchase things in the retail sector, but it's also changing the industrial world and how distribution occurs and where it occurs. Hospitality, Greg Shields of Pentad Properties and Shields Hospitality gave a great introduction on kind of what we've seen in the hospitality world. And similar to multifamily, we've seen vacancies decrease, and we've seen what they call average daily rates increase as much as $5 a night on average in downtown Salt Lake, actually across Salt Lake County, I believe is what he said, which is extremely impressive. So the hospitality, we're going to continue to see additional hospitality development. We're also going to see those vacancy rates decrease and rates continue to decrease as the economy improves and people travel more. The investment world has definitely seen a bifurcation, something that Kip Paul brought up. We're seeing Class A properties in the best locations, the best assets, the trophy assets. They are achieving amazingly high prices, but if you have anything that's older or functionally obsolete or not on the corner, we're seeing that's kind of in a different world, if you will, cap rate wise and expected return wise and liquidity wise. You know, a lot of the discussion today is where are we in the cycle, and a lot of the belief was that we're seeing the market kind of at the tip of the iceberg, if you will. One of the discussions was that when purchasers of property begin to develop because they can't get enough property and there's that much capital out there, that we're seeing some froth in the market. And we're seeing a lot of what we would call REITs or funds that have, you know, industrial or retail or multifamily expertise get into the development game where normally they would just invest. And that's a byproduct of not having enough investment product to invest in, and so they're actually getting out there in front of it and trying to develop. So there is some concerns over, have release rates peaked, has the market peaked, you know, where do things stand? But the good news is Utah's a great place to invest. We are #1 in population growth, and that internal driver was a lot of the discussion today. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. So if you have commercial real estate, I think that this is the year to definitely consider selling. And happy to provide my thoughts on the value of your property and some of the discussions on exit strategy and 1031 options and arbitrage and all those fun things. So sorry for the long video. Thanks for watching. Thanks.